Have you ever been so caught up in the thrill of the hunt that you forget to do the basics of thrifting? I do it way too much. Watch as I do it again. We're in Fresno, California, continuing our quest to go to the 50 plus thrift stores in Fresno. We're at the Salvation Army on Blackstone. Come with us. I always get so excited when I walk into a store and anxious to see the possibilities there may be inside. I saw this metal plate holder, but when I saw the price of $6.99, I immediately put it back. They did have some interesting metal items today. For instance, that green metal stacked basket was so cute to put fruit on your counter. This was a Pioneer Woman ceramic shaker, and I picked it up because I was curious to see if it had the stopper on the bottom, and it did. The shaker itself sells for $6.99. Salvation Army had it priced at $4.99, so I passed on it. I wondered what was in the little box. I suspected they were coasters, but I wanted to make sure that that was indeed the case. And they were in fact coasters, but they were the Women's Golf Association of Northern California, so they stayed there. That daisy thing that you see there is a retail store display box for Marc Jacobs' Daisy perfume line. So funny. The things that you find at the thrift store. This tempting little bowl was so cute. It said nacho ordinary salsa. Too bad it was chipped. It was made by Mud Pie. This item was a vintage Lincoln Beautywear aluminum stacked canister set. And it was so tempting. It was all I could do to leave it behind. They sell for $55 to $60 plus shipping. This one was very damaged though, but I still say I should have bought it. I did like this pretty salt and pepper set. They were in the shape of peas in a pod, and I couldn't get them to sit flush. I think the concept was so cute, but I think the design was flawed. Salvation Army had them listed for $9. Please make sure to like and subscribe. There is no cost to you for subscribing, but it does help out my channel. I was so tempted by this marble bowl by Hearth and Hand. Salvation Army was selling it for $9, and I really regret not buying it for my home, to be honest. I should have. I did eventually notice this glass juicer. It was vintage, made by Hazel Atlas, and it was so pretty. This was a really nice contemporary casserole dish. It was personalized and it was made in the US. If you know someone named Barbara, tell her that there's a casserole dish with her name on it. By the way, the Hazel Atlas juicer did not glow. I brought out my black light and it didn't glow. Now, these were some carved shell napkin rings. There were 2 bags of them, but Salvation Army wanted $7 each, and a set of 8 sell for $8 to $16. So I did not purchase them. I saw this Ray Dunn ceramic watering can and decided that would be a really fun gift to give my daughter-in-law for her birthday. It was cute and it didn't have any damage. I'm regretting not looking to see what that brown oval dish was. It looked very mid-century modern to me. This butter dish looked vintage, but it's actually Better Homes and Gardens, and it's pretty new. And it doesn't sell for very much money either. I noticed this sweet tray, and I looked at it, and I was surprised that it had my husband's initials on it. How funny was that? That tray was so sweet, and I was tempted to buy it just because. This was a really cool Faltzgraf Rio votive holder. I debated getting it because I have 4 of the same color and design mugs, and ultimately decided against it. Salvation Army was selling it separately as 2 different pieces, and they were each priced at $7. This plate was a cute souvenir from Santo Domingo. I kind of like that sweet covered dish. I was looking at this amber glass dish, but ultimately decided against it because it was very specific. It was of a horoscope of Aries, I believe. I was curious to see who made this brown drip glaze restaurantware mug. It was unmarked though, so it may be one of the ones that was brought from China. We're now at the Goodwill on Shaw Avenue. Let's go. This was a sweet, patriotic bear. I think one of the paws was missing something, though. I did notice this Warren Kimball mug. It sells between $8 and $15. This was a vintage FTD planter pitcher made in Italy. Now, some could go for good money, but this one doesn't sell for very much at all. I did like this pretty little creamer by Lefton, but I was surprised that it was priced at $4.79. Well, I was at Goodwill. This was a Boyd's Bear ornament priced at $3.59. I thought it was cute, but I have so many ornaments that I decided to leave it. We were looking at these corn dishes, but some were priced at $3.59 and one was priced at $4.29. And actually, two of them didn't have a sticker on them, so they wouldn't have sold them to us anyway. This was a Joan Baker Designs Porcelain Patchworks Teddy figurine. Now, I've come across several of her figurines, and they always have like a crack or several cracks going through them. Is that typical, or do you have one that is perfectly flawless, and that's how they came originally? Please leave me a comment and tell me where you're watching from. It's always so fun to connect and make new friends with similar interests. And I personally answer all my comments. I thought this baking dish was so pretty. It almost has that Temptations Old World pattern look to it. It is unbranded, so I don't know who makes it, and I saw one online and they didn't know who made it either. I suspect it may be an inexpensive import, though. This, too, was a very pretty vase painted in the Delft style. It was unbranded, and I suspect it was an inexpensive import as well. It was so packed full of people at Goodwill today that we couldn't get past this aisle. We were just trapped in the center. So I apologize for the filming here. These were an Atlantic mold pilgrim couple. If their eyes weren't so creepy, I may have considered buying them. As they kind of look like zombies. I always enjoy seeing this. Every time I see naughty, nice, or I can explain, I just laugh. It just cracks me up. This mug was adorable. I love the gingham, and look, it's Tweety Bird. How cute is that? Okay, this was pretty, or at least in my opinion, it was very pretty. It was a toothbrush holder, which kind of grossed me out, but I thought it was very beautiful anyway. This was a Ray Dunn mug, and I don't think I was the first person to want to see what it actually said because the tag was torn away. It was really strange. It said Slay, S-L-A-Y. Why would you want a mug that said Slay? I should have bought this. It was a Buffalo Pottery Chrysanthemum Toile print pitcher. And I am so angry with myself that I didn't buy it. I don't know, honestly, what was I thinking? One of my daughters-in-law loves the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, and particularly the Sally character in it. And this was a jar that was hers in the movie, and it's called Deadly Nightshade. It's by Disney, and it was missing the lid. Otherwise, I totally would have bought it for her birthday. This was a vintage recycled glass balloon vase by Viva Terra, and it sells for about $35 plus shipping. I liked this Mickey Mouse melamine glass, but I avoid buying melamine in the first place. I considered buying this one for my grandkids to transition them from the sippy cup to that, but there was only one, so I left it. This was a Ray Dunn bowl that said beat, which was kind of cute. I considered it, but even though you can't see it, it was very scuffed with utensil marks. I have 3 of these Pyrex bowls at home, and I love the combination of blue and turquoise together, and they are very striking. They're very attractive in your kitchen. These, unfortunately, have been put through the dishwasher, so all the decoration is peeling off. This was a Winnie the Pooh mug, and I fell in love with it because it's Winnie the Pooh, and I love Winnie the Pooh. I didn't even hesitate putting it in my cart. I'll tell you what happened next in the haul. I really wanted to look at this puzzle because I love the Peanuts characters, and I know I'm not alone. I ultimately decided against it because I was a little hesitant to buy a puzzle that may have been previously opened. Have you purchased secondhand puzzles? And if so, were all the pieces in it? So normally I don't like going to Goodwill because I don't like their business practices, but I do go every once in a blue moon, and this time we found this game box. It's wood, and it's really cool because I think that we can use it for family get-togethers, and we like playing this game, and it has all the pieces in it, and it's in really good condition. So, and it's really cool. See? So we got this, and we paid, let's see, $4.79 for the game, for the box. So not too horrible a price. I'm just gonna wipe it off a little bit just to make sure that it's clean for the house. And I will be keeping that. And then I found this, which I thought was adorable. $1.39, weird price, but have a tweet morning, and look at that. So cute. I love Tweety Bird. I do love Sylvester more, but Tweety Bird is really cute. And got this for, like I said, $1.39. Look, the bottom says Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers Looney Tunes, and it is by Gibson. So it's a decent quality one, and it does have the Looney Tune trademark on it. So this is a good one. And then I found this, and I love Winnie the Pooh, and I paid $1.99. And as soon as I paid the money, I don't think I had even given them my card, but they rang it up, and I saw that the handle is completely broken, has some chip there. It was broken there. I don't understand how one end of the handle is broken, but not the other. That's really weird, but it's not. However, and look at, here's Piglet, and it was just adorable. And here's Winnie the Pooh trademark. However, they said as soon as they ring it up, they cannot take returns. So I had to purchase it regardless. So that irritated me because I literally was handing my card and they had already rung it, so they wouldn't do it. I've had this happen once before at Salvation Army, and what they did is they said they couldn't take returns, so they had already rung it up, but they would give me another mug to compensate. And yeah, Goodwill doesn't do that. So paid $1.99 for a broken mug. So yeah, I'm not happy about that, but I can't help it. Every once in a while, especially when we go to Las Vegas, we do make it a point to go to Goodwill's because they do have a lot of good stuff, but their prices really are going up, and it's insane. I saw a letter, a typewritten letter from the company to somebody saying that they were asking them for cash donations. Yeah, just all kinds of craziness. I found this and I purchased it because these sell for a lot of money. They're good quality, and my mom loves to do puzzles, so I thought that I would get her this nice box. It is inside this thingy. This is the outer wrapping, and then the puzzle is inside, and I already checked to make sure that the puzzle was intact in there. And I got it for $4.99 at Salvation Army, and I did use my 25% discount on this. I found this at Salvation Army too, and I just thought it was adorable. I think Hello Kitty will sell pretty well. I've had a couple of Hello Kitty items in the past, and they've sold really well for me. This is a Hello Kitty Cafe mug, and it's so cute. Look at that. By Sanrio. So it's the real thing, and just really sweet. I'm gonna wash it, make sure it's nice and clean, but look on the inside, it's got a donut. So cute. With a bow, of course. And this didn't have a price on it, but they gave me a price at the register, and I paid $1.99 for it. One of my daughters-in-law is having a birthday soon, and we found this, and it is a Ray Dunn. I paid $6.99 minus my 25% discount, and it's so cute. See, it's a watering can, but I'm going to fill it up with some flowers and flower pouches and things to grow, because she has her own garden, and I thought this would be adorable. I think she will really enjoy that. So I got it for her. Here's the tumble up I was telling you about, and I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I found it. And I found it at the Monterey thrift store, Monterey Goodwill thrift store. And as you can see, I think it's antique because it's very lightweight glass, very thin glass, but beautiful. It's a little bit yellowed, and as you can see, the spout is offset. I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly offset, thinner on the side, and it goes thicker on the side. I just think it's stunning. It is so beautiful. If you know who made it, please let me know, because I can't find it anywhere, and I love it. Now, truth be told, I haven't used this one at all for its intended purpose. I keep it in my bedroom, but on my dresser, just because I think it's so beautiful. But I wouldn't want to get up in the middle of the night, need water, and then break it. So anyway, that's the one we got. I'm so excited about it. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me on my different adventures, whether it be cooking, crafting, or thrifting. I am so excited to have you here with me, and I've been cooking up a storm lately, so I'm going to be sharing my cooking recipes with you, so keep an eye out for those. Thanks so much.